So guys, Neil just ended Tesla with $6. Let me explain. So right now, Neil is finally launching the 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. And it's a trial program right now. People can sign up for it, but it's officially launched at the start of June. That's when everybody can use it. And what's really incredible is the potential that it offers, the opportunity that it offers. So for me, I have a standard 70 kilowatt hour range battery pack. So it's decent, all right, 300 kilometers of range, city driving, pretty good, all right. But for as little as 50 RMB per day, which is $6, I can rent a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is 40% higher capacity. And I've done that back in my road trip video in February. I'll link that over here if you haven't seen that. I rented a bigger capacity battery, drove it on the road trip, and after the road trip, I returned that battery to the nearby swap station at my destination. And I just rented it for a couple days, and I was able to get much more range out of my battery. And of course, battery swap also means that I spent less time charging, because I didn't charge. I just pretty much swapped all the way, or pretty much swapped all the way. So with the 150, here is the pricing, okay? Upgrading from the 100 to the 150 cost 100 RMB per day, which is around $14. Upgrading from the 75 or 70, which is what I have, to the 150 kilowatt hour battery pack cost 150 RMB per day, which is around $20. So for $20 per day, I get to double my range. And it's not just my car, any car. And my car is almost 4 years old. It's 3.5 years old. And I can still double my range today. How crazy is that? Any Neo out there can double their range for $20 per day. And it's basically based on, your use case. You need to use it? Go ahead, use it. $20 solves your range anxiety problem. And it's not like, for any other EV, you got to make a purchase decision. Do I buy the bigger capacity battery or buy the lower capacity battery? And it's a very difficult choice, whereas with Neo, you can just buy the lower capacity battery or rent the higher capacity battery when you need it. So this is absolutely a game changer. And this is very interesting. So this pricing, all right, about $20 to double your range per day, it's only for 7 days, all right? After 7 days, I have to add an extra 50 RMB per day, or $6 per day. So clearly you can tell that the aim for this is more for letting people use it for short-term road trips. Like when you need it, you use it, and not for like hodling this battery pack and just keeping it on your car. No, it's more for you're just renting it for your specific use case. So it seems very counterintuitive to have a more expensive price when you rent the battery for a longer period of time, but it really does make sense, all right? And they're not like they're not going to have the battery like widely available. Like they're not going to put like 10 of them in every swap station. It's only going to be like 2 or maybe 2 max probably at every swap station. And maybe not even every swap station, some swap stations. And what's very interesting is that right now, with the trial program, it's selective. So you can tell Neo where you want to go, and then they'll have the batteries ready at the designated swap station. So for example, I want to travel 2,000 kilometers, all right? And with the short-term upgraded battery, 150 battery pack, I can probably go maybe 600, 700 kilometers actual range. So what Neo will do is about 600 kilometers away from my starting point, but in the direction of my destination, they'll place a 150 right there for me to swap onto when I'm on my way to my destination. So that's how the trial program right now is going to work. But by June, starting June 1st, it's going to be like all over the country. It's going to be everywhere. All right. So this is definitely something that investors are not ready for. All right. Short sellers are not really aware of the fact that with NIOs, you're not stuck with the battery capacity that you bought the car with. You can upgrade six US dollars per day. You get to get more range, 40% more range. You want 100% more range, 20 US dollars a day. It's not that expensive. How cheap is that? How crazy is that? And as the battery tech progresses, 200 kilowatt hour battery pack, 300 kilowatt hour battery pack. With Teslas, there's no chance for them to ever experience or be able to enjoy the new battery tech. Whenever Tesla does a battery day, that's got nothing to do with existing Tesla owners, because your battery is glued onto your car. You're done. But for NIO, whenever they come out with a 300, 400, 500 kilowatt hour battery pack in the future, every NIO owner can use that battery pack. This is the truly amazing, beautiful part about NIO, is that the fact that, wow, future battery tech, you can use it. So this is another big reason why battery swap is so important, right? People think, as charging speeds increase, battery swap is going to be obsolete. No, definitely not. All right. Not only the degradation problem, but also, as you can tell, with the upgrade aspect of battery swap, upgrading the battery. And what's also very important that the short sellers must know is that as battery capacity increases, say battery capacity doubles, but charging speed doubles, it still takes the same amount of time. And at the same time, charging is always going to be bottlenecked by what the grid can provide. And also, if there's other people charging, you're not going to be charging that fast. So you have a situation where you're almost never going to get the advertised charging speeds. And even if you do, it's only for a short duration of time, and then it tapers off and it just slowly drops down, because that's just how charging works. All right. The more full the battery gets, the slower it charges. But for battery swap, it's always going to be 3 minutes to swap, about max 5 minutes if you include parking time. But and as these swap stations get more and more advanced, the swapping time gets lower and lower. So it doesn't even take me more than 5 minutes to upgrade my battery pack. All right, how crazy is that? Not only for replenishing the battery, all right, to full charge, but to say double my range. I can do that in 5 minutes. I want to double my range and go somewhere super far away. I can do that in 5 minutes for $20. How crazy is that? That is absolutely nuts. And of course, there's going to be newer battery techs coming in the future. That's all going to be enjoyable, able to enjoyed by NIO owners. So this is truly the next step, and it's finally here, finally happening. Not only we got solid state, semi-solid state battery packs here already. They tested it. They got 1,000 plus range on the ET7s in multiple different routes. So it's already a huge successful battery pack. It's finally here. The reason they're not selling it, because it's kind of expensive. So it's going to be rental only, which I think is a very, very good thing that they're doing. The shorts are not ready for this, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.